I used to be real fat. Like, I was fat, and my hair looked like trash, honestly. My mom and sister even bullied me for how fat I was, and so here's what I looked like before I started going to the gym. Yeah, not too great. Some of you might look at this and like say, you're not too bad looking in here, but this was pretty bad for my standards at the time. And now, here's what I look now. You can see quite a difference between the two. And initially, I didn't really think much of this. I kind of ignored my sister's and mom's comments about how fat I was. But then everything kind of changed when I was 13, 2021 summer, all right? I started wanting to go to the gym, I started wanting to work out, and I started watching videos of like, oh, top 3 things like you should do as a beginner, stuff like that. And that led me to finding stuff like Hamza, self-improvement. And on that journey of glowing up and looking better, I learned the lesson that the way you live reflects the way you look. Like, look at this. Take, for example, the average American dad. Think of Peter Griffin, Family Guy, all right? Think of him. What do you think the average American dad does every day? They're probably drinking beer, they're probably sitting on their couch, they're not doing much, they're pretty lazy. And so their lifestyle will reflect the way they look because they're not living a good life. They're living quite an unhealthy life. They're drinking beer, they're probably an alcoholic, honestly. And so the way they look reflects the way they live. It's obvious, right? And so that's why you need to have a routine where you're putting in the work where others aren't. You're going to the gym when others aren't. You're doing all these things when others are just sitting at home gaming or scrolling on social media. So here's what I did to glow up. Now, the first thing is one of the most important things you should be doing, and it's probably the core pillar for everything in my life, honestly. That's working out. Working out is one of the most important things. Or much rather, you don't even have to go into the gym and start pumping weights. Any form of physical activity works, honestly. You could go to like run, what else? Sports, basketball, anything. Anything getting you active and anything getting you outside and doing stuff and moving your body is good. Doing that will start slowly, like you'll start seeing changes in your body slowly and steadily. And also, you shouldn't be super worried in the progress department. Like, all of this is a slow and steady process. So if you're not making super good progress, don't worry about it. Trust the process, all right? Now, the second thing is gonna be your diet. Now, my diet wasn't really super strict. I didn't follow any diet plan, and like, I wasn't no bodybuilder. I kind of just ate whatever my mom cooked, which was typically traditional Chinese food. We would have like a bowl of rice with some vegetables and meat on the side. And so, trying to eat an overall pretty balanced diet. Now, the other thing is sweets, like junk food, all of that. Now, I won't say cut it out entirely because I know that's not realistic, but try and cut down your intake by maybe like a quarter. Like, don't eat all of that, the entire bag of chips, maybe like eat 3/4. Try and bring that level of junk food down slowly and steadily and just progressive overload, all right? I'm not gonna go into progressive overload. If you wanna watch the video here, I have a video on it. But the next thing is gonna be your sleep. So your sleep is also a very important thing in your life. Your sleep is the resting portion of your day, and it's what makes you grow. It's what makes your work pay off, honestly. Because if you don't rest and eat properly, all that work you did is gonna go to waste. Like, you don't wanna make this process take any longer than you want to, right? You wanna get as jacked as soon as possible in as little time as possible. So, sleep at least like 8 to 10 hours. 8, I would say, is the bare minimum, but 10 is the most I would get in a day. So, try and do that. And the whole glow up process, it's honestly not a very complex one, nor a very difficult one. You don't have to be doing any super extreme lifestyle like 5 a.m. CEO, I need to be making 20 businesses in one day. No. It's honestly quite simple. You just have to eat right, sleep right, work out right, do all those things, and you'll start noticing changes in your body. You'll start looking better. You'll start being just a more attractive person overall. You'll glow up, okay? And another thing I would say is, don't be worried if your progress is staggered. Like, you might not be at the same level I was, and I'm not trying to say this to be egotistical or anything, but I'm just saying this to kind of like ground you to reality. Don't expect to have the same results as people on social media do. Like, that's the one thing I really hate about social media. It's the false expectations. And so kind of believe in yourself and see that you're not going to be the same as social media influencers and all those fitness influencers. You have to take this process very slowly, and you have to expect results to come in very slowly as well. I'm done with this video. Alright. But damn, I'm hungry right now. Right now I've been trying to work. Fuck. My nose has been kind of clogged. So if I sound kind of nasally, that's kind of why, but I've been trying to cut down some weight for powerlifting because I'm on the powerlifting team for my school. I'm pretty close to the weight class under the one I'm currently in, so I'm doing some intermittent fasting, and I'm hungry, bro. I'm hangry. My throat's just also really dry, so that's gonna be it for this video. I need to go get some water. Probably gonna go eat a little bit. This shit needs to be done. Alright, give me a kiss. Mwah.